Hello again. 1 week from today, the Thanksgiving holiday is behind us. Here we are, November the 16th, 17th? Yeah, 17th, Friday the 17th. We're still in the Psalms looking for that word thanks or thanksgiving. And today we're in Psalm 106. 106, and I've paraphrased, I've taken it and shrunk it down into one sentence, verses 1 through 3. I say it like this: give God thanks for his beautiful love, and join him in the pursuit of justice. This psalm in these 3 verses is saying, man, it's such a good thing to be involved in justice. And God is such a wonderful and amazing God of love. And we just need to give him thanks for all of that. And you kind of get the feeling, if you just read those verses and okay, we're getting ready to have a pep talk here, looking at how well and amazing things that God has done and us being involved with him in all these good deeds. And so we're going to get this pep talk. Let's get out there. Let's get it done. And then it's not the direction the psalmist goes. The next thing that he says is, save us. Well, save us. I thought we were involved with God in this, pursuing justice with him. Oh, save us, God. Why? Because the psalm says we have sinned. This is a confessional psalm. It's coming to God with the reality and confesses to agree with. We're agreeing, God, that we mess up. And the author goes with, like the generations before. Now, we can always see theirs, and we can even kind of blame them. But the author is saying, we're no different. You know? Oh, well, that generation coming up, now they're the mess, you know. No, the author is saying, we all are a mess. We need God's salvation. And then he begins to list a whole bunch of things, and we kind of get caught up on, okay, look at that. If that happens, that bad things will happen and all that kind of thing. And that's kind of a given, isn't it? If I do things that harm myself, or if I do things that harm other people, what's going to happen? Harm. All right? And so, but the author of this psalm is not focused on that. He's focused on the contrast. That's why I've said God's beautiful love. Look at what a mess this is. Or if you want to think beauty and ugly, man, God's beautiful love is what we're coming to. And in my confessions, that's not usually what I'm thinking of, is Thanksgiving. I'm not usually focused on God's goodness and his grace. I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of scared. I kind of have anxiety. I'm kind of distraught. I feel so bad about myself. I know that I've really messed up, and I come with sorrow, and I do all this almost like trying to get God to see, I'm really sorry. Please accept me back. But the author of this psalm is contrasting and saying, look at how the generations messed up, and look at all the things that happened to them. And then he comes to the end of the psalm and says, but in spite of that, God graciously keeps his covenant with them, his covenant of love. When we come to confess, we are confessing to a God that is a forgiving God, a gracious God, a God of mercy and compassion. And that's what the psalmist is seeing. That's why he can be so thankful. The author is saying, this is who God has to be in relationship with. People who are not perfect. But he pulls us in with his love and his grace and says, come on, join me in this pursuit of good for others. Confession. What does it look like in your life? Thanksgiving? Well, this author believes it can be. If we will come with our mess ups, and we will understand how gracious and wonderful and beautiful God's love is, then we can just step in there with him and begin to pursue justice. Have a great Friday. See you tomorrow.